All right, we're back here, seventh inning stretch after a little couple week break here. Logan Stone joining me. We're going to get right into the World Baseball Classic. We're excited for Team USA's first game there. A little live baseball, a little real baseball here the next couple weeks. Well, seventh inning stretch starts now. All right, Logan Stone. It's been too long since I've seen that wonderful face of yours. We're back at it here with it. I'm trying to get you with the beard as well here. So a couple weeks here, we're trying to new things. We'll go there with it. So like I said, went on the World Baseball Classic. Went on the Profar situation a little bit too. What the heck's happening there? I kind of want to get into some thoughts with you with the ABS Challenge. Phillies drama that we didn't get to earlier from a couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks. I want to get your thoughts on that a little bit too. And then MLB came out with their tier rankings. I thought some of them were interesting. Don't necessarily agree with where some of the teams are. That team or where they had some of the Major League Baseball teams there. So I'll get Logan Stone's thoughts on that. But Logan, let's jump right into the World Baseball Classic that gets going. Tonight, Team USA will play Friday. They're in Pool B along with Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and Brazil. They open up versus Brazil on Friday. We've kind of talked about leading up. We're excited about it. We haven't gone in deep dive with it. What's kind of your initial thoughts here as the World Baseball Classic gets rolling full steam here right now?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I love this. I really enjoyed the last World Baseball Classic until the last game. But yeah, it was really fun. Hopefully, there's not an annoying guy with a horn from, I think it was Cuba.
Just the whole time, that makes it sound.
That he was the most memorable part about that stupid World Baseball Classic, and it was not a good memory.
I forgot how.
Luckily, they got kicked out pretty quick, so I didn't have to listen to him much. So, but anyways, yeah, it is going to be interesting. And you and I talked about this a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
On about Team USA, we were so excited because Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal, Joe Ryan, some other guy, were all going to be playing on Team USA and the pitching staff, and then Tarek Skubal said he was only going to pitch one game. Actually, it was originally going to be two games, and then it turned into one game.
Yep.
And then it turned into 5 innings, and then he's basically out. And then Paul Skeens, I think, is going to do 2 games also. Joe Ryan is injured right now, so he's not even going to come in until the last part. And I can't remember who the other guy was, but it's just weird that we have some guys who are just. We were really excited about the pitching staff, and now the pitching staff is very questionable.
Yeah, the one thing with the pitching too that I got the pitching roster down below there going with it is it's kind of funny to me that like you said, like you have Webb, Skeens, and Skubal, kind of like supposed to be your top guys right there, along with Joe Ryan, you mentioned. You still got some good relievers, like your Mason Millers of the world. I think Clay Holmes. I think he's going to have to step up in this situation a little bit as well. You got Whitlock there as well from the Red Sox. So it's going to be. It kind of, don't you get the feeling it's going to be like the old days where it's going to be. When I say old days, like I mean the nowadays where it's this guy's going 2 innings, the next one's going 2 innings, the next one's going 1 inning. Like it's basically like an all-star game, right? In sense of how they split it up. Like they're not letting Logan Webb go 7 innings.
No, you can't. And but yeah, it is going to be kind of interesting because, I mean, if you let a guy go 2 innings, I wonder if teams are going to be like, listen, you're using our guy too much. And so that's kind of the problem with having it in March, so close to opening day, like guys are getting ready.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm going to be kind of interested to see, how this shakes up because we might be kicked out in the second round or something if we're not careful. So,
I mean, their lineup is pretty stacked.
Right.
I mean, the offense, when you look at the roster there with, Witt, Schwarber, Judge, Pete Crow Armstrong, Buxton, Terang's on there, Henderson, Harper, Goldschmidt. I mean, Bregman, Will Smith, and Cal are both played at your like that's a stacked lineup. Like that is a good lineup. And then you look at the pitching, it's there. The names are there, but again, I'm curious how they're going to be used. How's DeRosa going to use it? It's funny. Michael Young's the bench coach. Get ejected, DeRosa. I kind of want to see Michael Young. Right? But for me, that's going to be the biggest thing is the innings. How do they make that work? Because that's not how baseball's really played, and so it's going to be interesting how the team balances out. Because let's say Scooble's dominant for an inning or two. Do you think they'd let him go? Like you said, they said 5 innings. Do you think they save him then, or how do you think they use him?
Well, I think he said he's only going to play for against Great Britain, and then he's going back to the Tigers.
And then they're going to bring somebody else up at that point.
That's right. I haven't.
So why even make him? Why even have him on the team? Is that just for a name reason?
I mean, it's Tarek Skubal, so I mean, if he wants to help, he can help, I guess.
I think it's stupid.
Yeah,
I honestly wouldn't have him on the team. 5 innings, a tournament. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. What do you think about Kershaw being on there? One last hurrah.
Does he get the? I thought he had his last hurrah 2 years ago. So, but,
would you use him as the closer to finish it off?
I wouldn't have him as anything. I mean, did you see in his first pitch he gave up a home run today? So that was fun.
Yeah. No, if anybody can use their arm, it's him. He's the one guy that shouldn't have. Yeah. He shouldn't have any concerns. He's done with baseball after this.
Adam Wainwright was terrible for the Cardinals, and then he came out and he did really well for Team USA. So maybe Kershaw. I mean, Kershaw's a little bit better than Adam Wainwright. So
you got Waka Waka Waka. You know him. He's on there too. He's on that lineup as well.
Drude.
All right, who do you think offensively, if you had to say, who would have we're just taking a chance here, but who do you think? So there's always a guy, right, that has breaks out. Have was it Ken Griffey Jr. even he had is there going to be a guy? You think Trey Turner? Is it going to be a Bryce Terang? Is it going to be a Gunnar Henderson? Is it going to be your Judge or Schwarber? Roman Anthony's out there too. Do you just have a guy that might randomly get hot here and carry Team USA offensively?
I think Harper would get unhealthy excited for this Team USA opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he would just totally rip it. I think he would be so excited. I think having world baseball champion is kind of something that he would just totally go off on. And so I think he would thrive at that.
The guy I'm kind of looking at that I got one guy. He's made the All-Star team last year. I think this is and so I look at the baseball format. I think without saying my Judge or Schwarber, kind of your big dogs a little bit. I do think Pete Crow Armstrong is set up for a tournament like this. I don't know. There's something about him that I think in the short tournament, short games, his ability to do multiple things, do them well on the base pass. I think that's kind of what I look forward to on this. And if I had to pick a random guy, but I was really impressed with him by the end of last year, was Mr. Ernie Clement. I don't he just hits. He's a good hitter. And so little things like that to me in a tournament format and World Baseball Classic, I'm kind of looking for these guys that make contact. You're seeing guys at a different rate that both don't. I mean, a lot of these teams are going to play a lot differently than Team USA, right? Yeah. Great Britain's probably playing they're 12. Whether it's good or bad, they're not making as many subs as Team USA when it's coming to these guys. They have their guys. And in some ways, yes, better to be Team USA. We have so much talent, but there is something to be said if you have one unit and you can make it through a few rounds. There is something about that too. At the same time, so I'm kind of curious in a tournament format how this gets done. Is Japan forward? Is this 4 for them now after this? Or come on, Team USA. Come on.
Well, I'm kind of curious because they're in the same bracket as Dominican Republic, and Dominican Republic is stacked this year. Yeah. I mean, they have a really good group. So
probably second best roster.
I'm kind of thinking that Dominican Republic I don't know if it's a upset or what, but I think Dominican Republic might give Japan a run for their money.
Yeah. I mean, they've won it one time. Cano was the MVP of that 2013, maybe when they won it. I mean, they got Soto on their team, right? They got it's not like they just have nobody there. They got Valdez, they got Peralta, or not them. They've without those guys pitching. I said they still have good guys like Duvall. Their bullpen still, but I think their pitching is going to be interesting to me if it can hold up. Somebody's gonna have to step up from. They don't have the names that Team USA has in that regard. And then
Japan lost the other day to their major league team.
So you think this might be the year that they go down? I mean, they're so good in tournaments. That's the thing.
They are. But I'm just saying, I for some reason I really like the Dominican Republic.
All right. I mean, that's fair. Their odds are plus 400. USA's the favorite at minus 110, and Japan's plus 350. So Dominican Republic's right there. Yeah, I'm there with it. Venezuela is kind of next there. Mexico 5 odds wise. Puerto Rico 6. Korea 7, and then Canada 8 wraps it up there. So that's kind of gives you the odds there with those top 8 teams. I'm looking forward to just baseball without spring training a little bit too. I'll be honest with you. For me, I don't know how you are about spring training. I mean, me and you aren't reporters for a single team or something like that, so we're not probably out there let me watch 9 innings of this guy pitch or something like that. There might be things we're looking for when we watch a spring training game, but this is better, right? I mean, this is better, right? This has to be better. For me, it matters more. Do you how are you about spring training? Are you into this? How do you watch spring training, or do you just listen for the news the next day on it?
I like it. I don't put much stock into anything. So it seems like every year I have to do because the fans are so stupid that I have to remind everyone that pitchers are not, even though they look terrible in spring training, doesn't mean anything because they're not focused on actually winning the game. They're focused on pitch placement and pitch control. And so whenever I see a pitcher get shelled, it really doesn't do anything to me because they're working on pitching and placement. And so
they don't care if they suck at that time.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They could get hit. They could have 8 home runs hit off of them and they don't care.
Doesn't matter. The stats don't matter. Stats don't matter.
And so there are fans who are like, "Oh, we need to really win the spring training championship." No, you don't. No one cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
Nobody.
So I like spring training. I think it would be better if I was there, but
you ever been?
Yeah. No, I haven't.
It's probably on your bucket list like me. You'd probably like to get out to one. Would you go to the Grapefruit or Cactus League? Are you trying to going to Florida or Arizona?
Yeah, I think Grapefruit, yeah.
And for me, it's obviously Arizona. I live
right.
I'm not going to Florida from Colorado. I'm not going there. I'm not going all the way down there.
Arizona's got to be. I mean,
it's still ways away, but
is it?
I mean,
I thought that would be pretty close for you.
I mean, it would still be at least probably 4 or 5 hour flight, maybe a little longer.
You would fly there. Wow.
I mean, driving would be a lot longer for me to get there. Yeah. So driving would probably be look at a 2-day trip. We're looking at a day trip. If we're all driving there, I'm headed there on that one.
Jupiter's about 15 hours away from me, so yeah.
He's playing Mesa there, so that'd be where I would probably go if I had to do it. Giants are in Scottsdale. Those are the teams that people from me area-wise where they would go with it. I guess the last thing I kind of had with you on the World Baseball Class, we kind of got almost 20 minutes on it, but to me, it's the real baseball coming up a little bit here is back to your thought on spring training. Just it kind of cracks me up that you hear former players and they're like, yeah, you kind of want to be about 500 in spring training. That tells you that it doesn't matter. Yeah. When you have we want to lose a little bit, we want to, that thing. Honestly, just be healthy. That's all you want when you come out of spring training is just be healthy. With that, so World Baseball Classic with it. Are you okay who the hosting cities with World Baseball Classic, Houston, and is there anywhere else you'd like to see them play a little bit? Is it San Francisco off the I know they've done it in Texas a few times. I don't know. So we got Puerto Rico doing it, Houston, Texas for Pool B, Tokyo, Japan up for Pool C, and then Miami, Florida for Pool D. And then you get to the semifinals, same thing there. And where's the championship game is going to be played this year in Miami. Good with those locations? You like to see something different? Or does it matter to you at all?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's kind of hard because in March, you really can't have it in like New York, especially when they don't have a dome. So yeah, I'm not necessarily concerned about it. Houston is weird. I was just in Houston. Oh yeah, I told you that.
Good city.
And yeah, I was. Yeah, sure.
Go on. Oh, Susie. Susie.
I keep wanting to text Susie and say, "Hey, listen, you need to move away from Houston."
Over to Arlington. How far are you from Houston again? From where you're at?
It's about 4 hours.
Dang, good drive there.
Yeah.
Texas is a big state there. How close are you to Arlington?
Arlington is like I'm in Arlington basically.
Okay,
so 10 minutes away from the stadium.
Oh, that's got to be nice to have access to that. That's got to be nice.
I can just take an Uber to the stadium, and
that's the way to do it, right?
Or walk if I really wanted to, but I get drunk, so.
Drunken baseball, I know it. Drunken baseball. So, I'm looking forward to the World Baseball Classic. Would it be fun to see USA? I guess my last part on this was just me messing around with you. Would it be out of the world to put USA in Pool C and have them play in Japan, or is that just like crazy because you'd be limited? Like, because 2 teams make it usually from the pool, right? So I don't know. I'm just or Japan come out here, or it's just like, no, we know these are the 4 best teams, so we put them in separate. I don't know. It'd be sad to see like Japan and USA get knocked out in the first round if they face each other. But and at the same time, but I would say like keeping them separated is also good because no other country besides, United States, Japan, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Mexico, kind of, Cuba a little bit. They don't really care about it. Like Britain and Israel, like they're drinking espresso. And that was Italy drinking espresso in the dugout while they're losing. You remember the heat Great Britain got like 3 years ago for their uniforms?
Yeah.
I remember it just says Great Britain, like the small print right in the middle.
It was just
they got worst. Crushed.
It was the worst paint job ever. Or what is it, crop job?
That was.
And then people were like, I went on Canva and made one better in like 2 minutes.
It was like. I was like, oh, man, are you kidding me with this stuff? Are you? It was so good, like the way that they were killing them on it. All right, so World Baseball Classic starting up here for Team USA tomorrow versus Team Brazil. Logan Webb on the mound is what I heard last week. Maybe it's changed a little bit with it, but that's what I saw. Logan Webb on the mound tomorrow. Versus Team Brazil, that'd be a rough loss if you lost to them to start it out, right? Would that be a little? That would be a rough one to start with.
I don't even know any players on Team Brazil. Do you, by any chance?
Let me see if I can actually get the roster. I did look at that with it. Oh yeah, here we go. Roster, Team Brazil. Let me get there. They are ranked, and these things right here. They're ranked 19th. Jan Gomes is the most famous. That's what they said here on that with it.
Wow.
So probably that.
Oh, I'm looking at the roster right now, so I'm just listening to you now.
So let me kind of keep it moving. World Baseball Classic we'll probably even get to next week, and then me and you said spring break a couple weeks, so we'll probably obviously get to that even more as we get closer to the championship round there, and obviously baseball season starting to heat up here.
Dante Bichette Jr. is playing for Team Brazil.
Oh, okay. What do you think about Arenado? Like, was on TVSA, and now he's like on right Dominican Republic. Is that what
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico. I get it. He has dual citizen. I guess that's just odd to me. That stuff is kind of different to me. I don't know.
Truthfully, I think he just wanted to play with Yachty.
All right. I mean, that's fair. It's just it's funny to me. It's funny to me. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. It's just funny for me.
No, yeah, it's weird that like
Team USA, let's go. Yeah. No, I'm with. No.
It seems like he's a communist now. He's like leaving America. Yeah, like you betraying America. Get away from me.
Cardinals let me down, man. They were supposed to be Americans too.
So the reason why he defected.
Yeah, exactly. He's on there with it. All right, I kind of want to get to you. I said, do I want to do Profar in? I kind of want to say Profar, I think, for Diamond Notes a little bit here because I kind of want to dig in a little deeper to the ABS challenge thing that's been going on here because what fascinates me with it is, right, the batter, the pitcher, and the catcher can only call, which is, to me, one of the best things about the challenge system. Because it's not like, oh, right, the coaches look at it. Like, obviously that would be terrible. You can't have that. So with the ABS challenge, do you think most teams will not allow their pitcher to be the one that challenges it? Or do you think it depends on the certain type? Like a lot of pitchers are falling off the mound, right? They're not necessarily zoned in on it. Do you think some teams will have a rule where it's like your catcher calls it? And if you're a pitcher and you do call it, I mean, you can't just waste them in the first inning on the first batter or something, right? Like there has to be there's a strategy a little bit, right?
Like that's cool. That's the cool part about the whole thing is like you're gonna have to be strategic with it. And so like, I agree, like certain pitchers are just not gonna be able to do it. Like Verlander, maybe. Like there's some, veterans who are just gonna be, but I think no pitcher should do it at all. And then like in that split second, if they hear a ball and they think that they want to challenge it, they leave it up to the catcher and just do like a hand motion or something to the catcher that says, "Hey, I think it's a strike. I'll let you decide," and then leave it up to the catcher. But like, you would have to say like in the fourth inning is whenever you can start using it, maybe, but like only for certain players. Like if you thinking of the Yankees, like because that's the top one that I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah.
If you're the Yankees, Aaron Judge is the only one who's gonna be like no matter what he gets like no matter what, if it's the first inning, the second inning, or what, he's going to be able to challenge it whenever. And like, but you're not going to give it to Oswaldo Cabrera. And so certain batters are just not going to be able to challenge it, I don't think. unless they just, and I think you have like 5 seconds to challenge a pitch, maybe.
Can you imagine how pissed the manager is going to be if it's the first inning and the hitter goes, "You son of a," or like your number 9 hitter, that's 210. You're batting 210. You're not allowed to challenge anything. You're not allowed to challenge anything.
You have a 0% walk rate. You don't get to challenge. Like Juan Soto, I would be very comfortable just saying, you take it whenever you want. But I would.
First inning, I'd be worried. I'm going to be honest.
No, I get it. I get it. Especially if it resulted in a strikeout. Like, oh, I challenged it. I won, but I still struck out. Like, it's still like, eh. But I don't think it's going to waste time. No. It's definitely going to be cool to see strategy playing into it. Something that I feel like we've missed a little bit lately is like a new form of strategy to play. I said this a couple weeks ago, like the pinch hitter, I always loved how they would strategize with the double switch and the pinch hitter, which is kind of the only reason why I hated the DH. But, the ABS. So I'm curious, like if a batter who's like maybe not great, let's say Javi Baez, actually he's just going to swing at any pitch. But like say he took a ball
Mm-hmm.
They called it a strike. Can you look at the manager real quick and say the manager can say, "Good, go, don't do it," or
I think it's going to be interesting to me because if it says just pitcher catcher, right? Like,
yeah,
what's going to be the rule on that? You're right. Like, that's going to be a small little detail. I'm also wondering what this does for the umpires behind the plate.
yeah,
I got to
yeah,
think they're going to call a tighter strike zone because they're not going to want to be embarrassed.
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like that one guy spring trade had like 5 straight wrong calls or
yeah,
something. Like,
yeah,
they're not going to want that. So I would think this might lead to more offense.
yeah.
Great. We need more offense, but you get my point. Is like,
Yeah,
I just don't think umpires
more
are going to be like,
aggressiveness.
yeah, like the old days, like you're on the corner there, it's close, swing the bat. Right now, it's like
Shorten,
no,
shorten up, choke up. Yeah,
yeah. Now it's going to be here's there, and then I'm always fascinated with the box that they make for these guys, like
yeah,
how that works. Like, I know like they all have different stances. Like Aaron Judge is way bigger than
yeah.
a certain player here. It's like
Jose Altuve.
yeah, exactly. So like Ricky Henderson, what would his box have been? Like,
Yeah,
I'm just fascinated by like that part of it as well. And is that as accurate as it needs to be? So I don't know. To me, it's kind of and I'm actually looking forward to this a little bit this season.
yeah, and yeah, I'm kind of curious. Like, is the manager going to have an iPad in front of him the whole time watching?
So that shouldn't be allowed though.
Is it? Yeah, I don't know. And so I'm kind of curious. Like, I'm waiting for some cheating scandal or something to come out from this. I don't know how, but
what team is Carlos Beltran coaching this year, or is he?
Yeah, right.
I just kidding. He's in the Hall of Fame. We can't do it. We can't do it anymore.
We can't disparage his name, his holy name.
It is a big storyline though going into the season. Wouldn't you admit?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's and especially since it's been promised since 2023.
Yeah.
I know Josh and I had been talking about it since the beginning of the show.
Sure, he wasn't happy about it.
No, he wasn't. But I think he's okay with the ABS. I think he was just not okay with robot umps
because they only get 2 a game.
Yeah.
If you get them right, you keep them.
Yeah.
But it's not like you get 5 or something crazy like that. Like that's why I said like the strategy behind 2 is going to be interesting. I think over time that number probably goes up, is my guess. It's usually how these things work. I think that's kind of it adds another stress element to a coach though.
Yeah.
Because before you're just, you might be pissed at the umpire. There might be or that. Or a player.
Or a dynamic between a player and a manager. A manager's just saying, listen, I love you, but you're not going to be able to challenge any balls or strikes.
Like if you're 0 for 8, right? And you're like you think at some point you just got to say, hey, buddy, we love you, but I'm sorry that you're just. It's funny how like some people just believe certain things. Like I really, I get this a lot being around coaching kids and working with them a lot. Like they're young in the same way. It's just like, what do you mean? That's what it's like, dude. Like, what are we talking about? Like, this is what obviously is. So you do, like, I think as an athlete, sometimes you get stubborn.
Yeah.
And so coaches are going to have to figure out who are their stubborn players with this call. And it's going to be really fascinating when it gets to the playoffs, though. Yeah. Like that's money on the line type of stuff right there.
And then what if a manager tells a player you can't challenge, player ends up challenging anyway and loses the challenge or whatever, even if you won it, like that's going to be a dynamic. The only thing that kind of concerns me about the ABS is, so say like Angel Hernandez, I know he's retired, but what if he was behind the plate calling balls and strikes, having every pitch challenged, and so that's going to take a 2-hour game into a 3-hour game again.
Well, that should get the umpire fired though. If the other teams are right every time, like let's say they challenge 25 times and the umpire's wrong 25 times, that should be like, I'm sorry, buddy, you're back to AA. Like, I mean, that's what that is. I mean, if you're wrong like that, and that might be good overall though. It might be bad for that one game. But that should be a fireable offense.
Yeah. The umpires union is terrible, so they won't allow that. But
you're right. There are some that's what I'm saying. There's side stories off of this thing too.
Yeah.
It's not just as simple as, All right, tennis. The ball's in. The ball's out. Like it's not
Or
like there. Yeah.
and you know what? I'm just thinking of like like what's going to happen in June. Like what's the big story going to be? And the big story is going to be one of these days we're going to have something that's obviously a ball or a
Yep.
strike, and they're going to challenge it and they're going to be right,
Yep.
but the umpire is going to override it and say no, it's actually a
Yep,
strike or a
you're right
ball,
over here.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and then the umpire is going to be the story again because umpires love being the center of attention.
Yes, they do, and they're going to be even more in the center of it right now. That's for sure. With
Yeah.
that stuff. So yeah, I find that part fascinating as we get closer to the season here. I didn't look this up. Are they using it in the World Baseball Classic?
I don't
I don't think
believe
they
so.
are. Okay.
No, because Ronald Acuna did it last night, and
Okay.
they were like, "No, we're not using the ABS here." So
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, it will be very fascinating how that's used during the season. And like you said, me and you will probably have more discussions about this just because we think there's going to be some offshoots to not just as simple as that. I had some cousins of mine, I had them on my Fat Boy Fadeaway podcast. They went to the All-Star game last year in Atlanta, and they did do that in the All-Star game, the challenge system. And they said it was one of the best parts of the game, not in like
really,
exciting, like, but they
right?
just enjoy, like the build up to like kind of like
Yeah,
seeing the strike, like especially for probably fans that aren't like as the what you get during the regular season. It's like you get 10 to 20,000 sometimes if you're that lucky that if you have 40,000, like there might be half the audience that doesn't care about baseball. And so like
yeah,
those little things might attract them and like that. I'm also
yeah,
like it always cracks me up too that like 1/10 of the ball could be in the strike zone. It's still a
yeah.
strike. Like so very fascinating to see kind of where the league goes with this. All right, before I get into diamond notes here, I wanted to hit on this before it came up to me with tiers. Um, this is where MLB.com had tiers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you got Dodgers obviously at 1. You can kind of see them there yourself. Angels and Twins at 9. I mean, saying they're the worst teams. Marlins, A's at 7. Like, I kind of disagree with a few of these things. Like, the Twins won. That does seem like a little slap in the face over the White Sox, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the White Sox have a better year this year. I know they made a couple signings that maybe will help them. The Nationals, we talked about that last week. We're very concerned about where they're headed. The Pirates at 6. I don't know if I feel that good. I know they made some moves this year, but
Yeah.
anything from that tier kind of jump out to you at all or anything like that? Like the Mets are 3. Does that seem about right to you? Brewers 4 coming off their season they did. I don't know. What's your thoughts there?
Braves at 3 is kind of standing out to me. That's just surprising. I would have had them at 5, honestly.
Lower. Okay.
Um, Probably Astros at 4. Yankees, I think they need to be taken down a tier to tier 3, maybe.
Do they
I
do
don't know.
anything?
I feel like the Phillies and Blue Jays should have been on tier 1, but maybe there's only room for one in tier 1. So,
Remember the Yankees
Card,
did have the same amount of wins as the Blue Jays last year, though.
yeah. So yeah, but the Blue Jays got better and the Yankees got
The same.
yeah, kind of the same. So, Cardinals being an 8, I kind of think that they should be a 9. Oh, uh, never mind. I'll wait for that one. But yeah, it's Giants at 5 is kind of weird too. But
The Yankees I'm a little worried about this year with Cole might be coming back mid-year. He'll obviously be on a pitch limit and all that
yeah,
stuff if he does come back. Carlos Rodon had such a good year last year. That's what worries me. Like, I don't know if he could have 2 good years in a row without avoiding injury. That would scare me if I was a
yeah,
Yankees fan. I think Max Fried's due for a big year this year. I think he'll bounce back and really be the ace for that staff.
yeah.
But I'm a little concerned about the Yankees with that. And, Judge is a stud. We all know that. And, they got this re-signed Bellinger. Did a couple small things. But, yeah, I'm a little concerned about them. So we'll see in terms of is there a drop off with them? And then the Red Sox I'm kind of fascinated with as well. The Pirates at 6 just seem high to me. I don't know. I know 6 isn't that high. It's just like,
Yeah.
I guess they made a few signings this year, but nothing to me that puts them higher than 8. Like to me, they're 8.
I'd put him above the A's and the Marlins, so I kind of agree with it in a sense.
So you don't think the A's will have a better record than the Pirates?
Oh, don't put me in this spot. Yeah, it'll be. The Pirates are going to have a better record, I think.
Pirates have
The
more of the
A's,
pitching. The A's have more of the offense. So it is kind of
yeah,
funny how you look at it with them.
yeah.
So they'll be there at the. They get your Rangers and Reds and all those guys right there at the tier. So just kind of fascinating. As I was looking at that this week. All right, let me get Diamond Notes. I got I got about 3 things here. I want to get Logan's thoughts on here. Diamond Notes right now. All right, so I got a couple things. Let's start with the Profar situation.
Sorry, I have the music playing in my head. So.
That's all right. I know. I told Brandon we got to bring that back, but it is what it is. Profar suspended 162 games. Just dumb at this point. Like what do we make?
Yeah, I don't understand what he's doing. I'm what's really surprising to me is that the Players Association is challenging it, saying that 162 games is egregious. But I mean, he just got suspended last year for it, and now this year he's suspended again. So I'm not really sure what the angle is for the Players Association. To me, it makes sense. I mean, it's a second offense. They've always said a second offense will be 162 games. So I'm not really sure what the problem is. I saw someone say that
crap that's going to get you suspended, man.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Like I don't know why people think that you're going to be safe from it. Like in 2026, like you're not.
Jeez,
what I saw someone say, or some reporter posed the question like, should Profar give up his salary that for the half season that he played for the Braves last season, because they re-signed him this year, and he's not going to be able to play. He only played for half a season for the same crap, and so like they're just. I mean, he's not being paid for this. I don't think.
No, he's not. He lost all his pay for the whole year.
Yeah. So I mean, I just don't understand what his deal
Hurts
is.
The Braves.
To me, I think that's going to keep people from wanting to sign him. Like, hey, we really like Jerickson Profar, but he's unreliable, and we can't sign him thinking he's going to fill this hole, and then he's going to get suspended, and then now we have another hole.
He's definitely going to affect his money.
Yeah,
I mean, I would be surprised if somebody just said, "Hey, here's $10 million a year, or $8 million a year, or even $5 million a year." I'd be surprised if somebody's willing to risk that. Unless it's a 1-year deal with some sort of clause or something like that, and I don't see it happening. Just stupid.
Yeah, I'm curious if he's always been on it then, like, and he's just never gotten caught until last year, and then he thought, oh well, that was just fluke, and so he's continuing. And
we had that good year, right? A couple of years ago, he bounced back a little bit. Had a really good year.
I'm
kind of convinced this is not probably the second time he's done it. That's what I'm kind of.
I'm curious that, I want to know how long he has been doing it then.
What'd you make of it was earlier, it was a couple weeks ago, so I know we're a little late to it, but just kind of quickly your thoughts on Harper going at the GM there. Dan, what's his last name? I can't think of his last name. He's popular.
I keep wanting to say Dan O'Dowd, but
it's like Dovowski, or it's like, I know what it is. It's on the he was the
Dombrowski.
Dombrowski, thank you.
Yeah.
He basically kind of called him out a little bit because Dombrowski called him out and said he wasn't like a superstar anymore. And to me, it's a little bit of a story headed into the season. I mean, obviously the Phillies win, it goes away, but he doesn't have a no trade clause. I get all that, but not really. If I was a Phillies fan, I'd be like, God, this is where we're starting the year at. I'd just be a little down.
I don't remember what Harper said. What do you remember? What he said?
Basically, I'll get it up here online, but basically saying it was an unnecessary comment for him. It was stupid to make that comment.
Yeah.
So just kind of he just didn't appreciate him.
Yeah.
Going at it, and felt like it was just an unnecessary comment that he didn't have to make. You know what I mean? And I kind of agree with him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like Hart. I mean, for a GM to come out and say something against your best player is wild. And like Harper basically reinvigorated the Phillies fan base. Like he brought life back to Philly. And so for the GM to kind of say that, and I'm sure Harper was hurt because like he even said, like, I signed here, I wanted to be in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And like I signed a long-term contract. I could have gotten more money somewhere else, but I wanted to be here. And you guys are basically spit in my face right now. And I just won MVP like 4 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just kind of an interesting twist as they get in the year. Phillies obviously haven't had playoff success recently, at least to the World Series status they were happening. They've kind of regressed a little bit over the time there. So just kind of one of those things I'm kind of keeping my eye on as the season gets going a little bit. You know, how does he play? What's the future for the GM as well there? So I don't know. One of those things to me that definitely caught my attention. One of the other things that caught my attention too was frustrating for me. And just one of my favorite guys I love pitching. Hunter Greene goes down. It looks like with elbow soreness. Like that sucks. Like I love watching him pitch. Like I know he's not like the ace, but
yeah,
whether it's the Reds or whatever, I just enjoy watching good pitchers throw, and he throws hard. And like he's one less guy now that we get to watch pitch. So obviously, if I was a Reds fan, I'd be really pissed off. But kind of frustrating there for me as a fan. Just look, I thought he was going to have a big year this year. So hopefully he comes back clean and he can come back. But usually when you hear elbow, you get a little nervous there.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with those hard throwers. Like, it kind of hurts your elbow. Obviously, Tommy John is up. Surgeries are up by a lot. It's kind of a double-edged sword. Like you're getting a great pitcher whenever he's healthy, but he's just not healthy all the time. So it's disappointing. At a certain point, you got to say, "Hey, can I take off 2 miles off my velocity just to stay healthy? And is it worth it?"
Yeah, that's something he's definitely gonna have to deal with here. For
DeGrom did it.
Yeah, DeGrom did do it. What did you think of the Cardinals? They obviously extend Marmol. What's this thing I saw? The ticket packages. I brought it up to you. Starting at $29, bottomless soda. Trying to keep people nice and healthy there. A little hot dog, chicken tenders, bratwurst, nachos, fries, popcorn, peanuts, chips, ice cream. Unlimited with the $29 package. I'm sure there's more to it than that. But with that said, that might bring me to a couple more games there if I have kids or something like that. That definitely would bring me there a few more times. So Cardinals fans getting a little desperate, I think, too, realizing where they're at this year, what they're asking their fans to sit through. Because Cardinals fans aren't dumb. You know what I mean? Like they're like, this is going to be probably a rough year. And
it definitely is a marketing ploy to get fans to come to more games. I think it's a genius move though. To do the unlimited package. I always think that like baseball does a lot of things right. Their concession stands their prices and everything is just unbelievably wrong. And so I think that they should definitely do more. MLB as a whole should do more packages like that. The Braves have for years. I think they still do it. They have like a whole bunch of like all their concessions are pretty cheap, like regular prices, and they've made a lot of money just doing that because, like, hey, you're not charging me $8 for a water, so I'll come back and get more stuff, and so
$15 for a Coors Light or something.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'll say this real quick. Like, so I go to a Rangers game every year, and when I go, I get behind home plate. I've shown you those seats, and I like the package that comes with those tickets is like free food, all around, free beer, free alcohol, everything.
Yeah.
And so like like that's the only way I'm going to spend money on a beer or something at a game is like if it's cheap. So
Yeah, you're
um,
not gonna do it anytime.
yeah, but
Yeah,
as for the all,
it's a
as
great
for
deal though. It was a great
yeah,
deol.
no, I love
What do
it.
you think? What do you think of the manager there?
Yeah, Oli Marmol, I like him. I think he's kind of gotten a hasn't been given a fair shake. Um, like he had one good year when they thought they were going to win it, and then after that, he's been given a bad team after bad team after bad team. So, but even with those bad teams, he's done really well with those teams, and so um, I really like the Marmol extension. I know some Cardinal fans are not happy with it, but Cardinal fans are dumb.
It did surprise me that it happened this earlier, and I guess they just don't want him to be a lame duck manager.
Well, I think they wanted to they said they wanted to give him that extension so that way Cardinal fans knew this was who they wanted for a while. And so which made sense. And so they're like you're rebuilding your team. This is the
Yeah.
guy for now. Everything that like the Cardinals are not going to do well this season and it's not going to be Ollie's fault. So
Well, eat some ice cream, eat some bottomless
yeah.
soda, gain 30 pounds during the summer. Do whatever you got to do. The Cardinals want to
Hey,
fatten you up, everybody. They'll fatten you up in losses and fatten you up on
man,
the weight scale there.
you know what? If they had a beer package, that place would be sold out every day.
what was the one back in the 70s that got like the White Sox screwed or something? Was it like the 10-cent beer night or something? it's like just everybody's like they're like and then I think on top of that they did a disco birding, like CD birding. That's like that's not a good combination.
I thought that was in Oakland, the disco burning.
No, that was the White Sox.
No, that was Chicago. Yeah.
Oakland has class. Oakland has class, baby. We don't do that over here. We don't do that.
Oakland has class.
We have a different type of issue. We have a different, I think burning disco CDs was the worst issue. I think it would be a good shape.
I remember that watching like a documentary on that 10-cent beer night, and they were like,
maybe it was Cleveland. Maybe it was Cleveland.
Was it Cleveland?
It was one of those, yeah.
But I remember one of the baseball players was like, it was the second inning and people were already hammered.
I think it was a doubleheader too. You can't do that to a doubleheader over there. You're just asking for trouble on that.
They didn't have the Tesla full self-driving.
No, that's not
drive them home back then. They just had their kids.
It was between the Cleveland Indians and the Texas Rangers. June 4th, 1974 was what happened there with it. 10 cent equivalent to 65 cents in 2025. So
man,
$10, I'll take 13 beers. I'll take there you go with that. So yeah, that probably led to some probably some awkwardness that night. So so the disco one was in Chicago. That's where I'm at with that. All right. My last thing here in the seventh inning, I don't know. We have to be really good into it. Tony Clark stepped down as the players' union thing as they get to that this summer. So he's been there the whole time, and now he steps down. It's just the players cracking. Like I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess it's the worst part of going into the season is like baseball just can't figure this crap out earlier.
Yeah,
they just can't. They always have to take it to the limit, and that's just stupid. So. I mean, these guys make so much money. Like the fact that they would strike to me is the dumbest thing. Like you literally had a player make $700 million in one contract. Two. Yeah. Like how are you striking? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. So,
the salary cap thing is going to be interesting playing out. Don't put any money on the World Series yet. That's what I say.
Nobody on the World Series yet. That's a good call on that side of it. That's good.
unless you just say like, hey, there's not going to be a World Series. Like no one wins the World Series this year.
That might be bad on that side. We're gonna keep it going. We're not gonna.
I can't. But like you can't. Like 32 years is not that long ago. Like 94 was not so long ago that owners and players have forgotten how much that's the strike screwed.
Well, it killed baseball for a little bit. It took him out of the
yeah.
number one spot. Like NFL just
Yeah.
immediately just
Yeah.
and then they got lucky that Jordan retired, so they had a little thing with NBA there. But then the NBA then built up a little bit more. Like they didn't, so
Yeah.
just
Like-
you can't strike. This isn't
Yeah.
hockey. Like the fans are gonna just not. That's stupid. You'll get fans
Yeah.
back. I mean, I'm still gonna watch baseball if they strike. This is stupid and doesn't make sense, and it just comes across as greedy. Especially when you said you mentioned the prices of what you're charging people too.
Yeah.
Come on, like what are we doing here? Like that's just it doesn't add up whatsoever. So, all right, Logan, it's not gonna be the same type of trivia, but I do have something for you. So hang with me.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, hang with me here. All right, so I'm just gonna keep it simple here. Who won the World Series in 1983?
Oh, is it the Tigers?
It is not the Tigers.
Did they win in 81?
You're in the AL. You are right about that. You're on the right track.
82 was the Brewers, or not 82 was the Cardinals. 82. Oh,
This team beat the Phillies. They beat the Phillies in the World Series in 83.
It wasn't the Twins, was it?
Nope. They were 87 and 91.
Right. 87. Hey, that's a hurtful year.
Shortstop got I think the last out on a line drive. Famous shortstop.
It wasn't the Orioles.
Is
it the Orioles?
You are correct. It is the Orioles of the 1983 championship.
I thought they were 80, just 80.
No, they were at the and then do you know who the 1990 World Series champion was?
Reds.
All right, good. I just wanted to see where you're at with that. 93 at that. And then if I had to go 90, if I go 97?
Oh, that's the Marlins. Come on.
Good, all right, good. Just making sure.
Edgar Renteria hit the walk-off on my birthday. On the day I was born.
There you go. All right, there you go. I just had to test you on the 83 is a random one.
90. Wait, was 90 Reds against? Was that Twins?
A's.
Oh,
because the A's went 88, 89, 90, and they only won the one in the 89 versus the Giants.
Yeah,
they were heavy favorites in that one, but did not get the job done. Got swept by the Reds in that one. So yeah, there's my trivia with you, and here is my flashback.
What a team!
What a ride! What a ride! We don't have to hear Joe anymore. That's the only positive of that. All right. Speaking of the Marlins versus Indians, underrated player here. One of my favorite catches in Major League Baseball history, and one of my favorite names, B.J. Surhoff at the plate. Here we go. Let's see what BJ has. Let's see what he has got.
Surhoff, the green light. They do, and he hits it in the air to center field. Kenny Lofton trying to time the jump, and he made the catch. Unbelievable.
Jack, this was a much tougher play, and this ball was a good 3 feet out of the ballpark.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable play.
And this capacity crowd is going crazy. Great camera work there, guys. Wow.
Lofton doesn't get enough love anymore, does he?
No, people think, like, how did he get off the first ballot Hall of Fame like that quickly? I mean, I always say a catch like that to me is, I can't even imagine, like, you practice that. You must do that, like, somehow in batting practice, you practice that. But, like, in a real game, Logan, to have such a, I mean, he didn't even really look at the fence. Like, he just literally was like, oh, here's the warning track.
Wherewithal.
1, 2, here's that part of the fence where there's a gate. I can ledge myself off of that. I mean, what was it? Clark last year on the A's had that epic catch against the Angels as well. Like, I think we've all seen it. Those, to me, those are the best. Like, as a just a baseball fan, that to me, that's more exciting than somebody throwing out a runner. It's just the ability to be able to time something like that is quite insane. Like, that's a skill level on a rare.
You really don't see that kind of a agility though anymore with center fielders. Like, the last time I've seen a center fielder do that was Trout. Like, and
I showed you the one way back, I think, of Otis Nixon. I mean, that's the craziest one because Atlanta had like a 12-foot wall.
Yeah.
And he had to like
Just
literally
hurdles.
leave. He literally like climbs the wall to rob
Yeah.
it. Like that was an insane one out there. But like that Kenny Lofton one to me is just it's an all timer. I mean, like I
Yeah.
don't. That's as good as it absolutely gets. You really can't ask for
Yeah.
more than that from a center fielder when you're robbing home runs that look like that. I mean, to me, the rob of the home run is just that's one of the best
Yeah.
things. One
Is
of the
one-
best
it
things.
is. Not when it's against your team, but yeah.
No, that's not. That's definitely not. But when your team gets even one like that, you're just like, holy crap! Like that's like,
Or-
like it's a game changer.
I can't remember when this was, but like the Cardinals were playing some team and somebody hit a home or like hit a ball. It was supposed to be a home run. I celebrate, and my dad is like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "He caught it." And I'm like, "No!"
You're like, what in the world? Yeah, you're like, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh man, that's I just want to share it because I did say it here. So if you had to compare that one to Otis Nixon's, let's get Otis's up here just real quick. Just we'll get out of here on you. Here's Otis Nixon against the Pirates. I think Andy Van Slyke, what a name as well. You talk about getting robbed. This is an
Famous
all-timer.
Cardinal.
Runner at first, 1 out. There's a drive. Deep right center field. Nixon goes as far as he can go.
So good.
He caught the ball. He caught the ball. I can't believe it. What a catch by Otis Nixon. There's nothing I can say to add anything to this. Just watch.
He like levitates. It's like to me, it's one of the craziest catches I've ever. That wall's massive. That's not like that is not the wall that Clark jumped over in Anaheim. That thing is way up there.
Another one that it reminds me of is like the Torrey Hunter Barry Bonds catch in the All-Star game, and
he had a feel for that stuff.
I think Bonds' reaction to it was so great too. So.
I like Vandy Van
punches
Slyke.
him.
He's like, "Oh, are you freaking kidding? Like, unbelievable! That's a 12-foot wall. How are you robbing home runs in a 12-foot wall?" One thing I love about doing this podcast with you is, man, you haven't really spoken in like 2 weeks, other than just like, "Hey, can't make a podcast," and here and there with it. We've both been kind of busy, and we talk an hour of baseball like it's nothing. Like we literally could go to probably 2 hours just talking baseball. Like at any point, man, you could just.
I watched Field of Dreams the other day, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I could talk about baseball all day, every day."
I'm the same way as you, man. I love the sport. I'm looking forward to opening day, but I'm looking forward to some World Baseball Classic. Come on, Team USA! Come on, we gotta step up, beat those Canadians. No, it's good. We gotta
get up at 4 a.m. to watch these games now.
Let's go, Japan. What are we doing? You root for Japan, or do you want to see an upset in the first round, or would you rather see them play Team USA and like the USA?
I would like to see them play Team USA, but I'll root for Japan for a couple of rounds.
All right, Coach Bombay, we need you. Come on, Coach Bombay, we need you out there. Mighty Ducks, we need a little love out there at that.
Mighty Ducks.
We need a little out there. Mark DeRosa, you slick back that hair in the same way. So. All right. I think me and you are going to try to do a show next week. I know I'm hoping me and you definitely could do one 2 weeks from now when we get with me and you. We'll have a little spring break action here. We can definitely get there, and we'll be close to the regular season there with it. So we'll probably start to get into some division previews a little bit and on some of the good stuff. But Logan, as always, I enjoyed the conversation tonight with you. So, all right. For Logan Stone, I'm Darren Breyer. We'll see you guys next week on 7th Inning Stretch. Peace.